A healthier life is a great thing.
We have to take better care of ourselves to be around for the future.
It's just like with a car, you know, you bring in your car from time to time, every X amount of miles, etc. The car needs tuning. And I think our bodies are, you know, the same way.
DeKalb County is a urban environment next door to Metro Atlanta. We have a very diverse population. There are ethnic disparities, cultural disparities. We also are a predominantly African American county, and so there are health disparities as they relate to chronic diseases such as hypertension, diabetes, cancer, and obesity. We saw the gap, and that's why we applied for the funding. The LEAD proposal is part of a CDC grant through REACH. LEAD stands for Local Efforts to Address Disparities in DeKalb County. And it involves making sure that everyone in this community has the access to healthy foods, physical activity, and clinical care.
In DeKalb County, men are dying at higher rates to diseases that are both chronic and also diseases such as HIV, also assault, and also suicide as well. And so we're really trying to impact with our men's health and wellness clinic the chronic conditions that we see affecting men in a greater proportion to women.
I called Kevin and said, hey, you know, I have no insurance and I have a sharp pain in my side and I need to really see what's going on with it because I said it's been lingering. They determined that it was thymus cancer. It's 1 out of 100,000 people. And so from that surgery that I've done the radiation, I've done the chemo, and I got the best care, the best doctors. They've taken me to see me through it, and I'm continuing to be strong and keep going.
The clinic does get a good number of guys that are starting over in some way, whether they've lost a job or whether they're getting out of the prison system. You know what I mean? Even sometimes immigrants that we get as well. So I think that it's always just refreshing for these men to know, okay, I have a place where I can go and get what I need medically.
I decided to drop that machoism of a man. Every time there's a pain, you just brush it off. You can't do that. And I encourage all guys to take it, whether from a headache to a stumped toe or whatever. You need to check it out because one thing leads to another. And I'm a living witness to tell you that if I hadn't went in for that pain, I probably wouldn't be here.
One of our biggest initiatives is the DeKalb Mobile Farmers Market. This is in partnership with DeKalb Cooperative Extension. It is a mobile unit that goes throughout the county and provides locally grown fresh produce, which is also a big deal because you're also stimulating the economy.
Providing access has been great with those areas that have been limited, been in those food desert areas. I think the education has been key and critical because you can provide this access, but the education teach people how to change lives. It gets them out of the traditional thought process of preparing food. You talk to people all day and they talked about, man, I wouldn't been able to get this nowhere else because I do not have the transportation. So us being able to come to them has been very beneficial, but I think it has broadened our footprint along with the Board of Health in terms of having impact in these communities.
We also have shared use agreements with a lot of the faith-based communities so that the local community can come in and use those facilities to work out and to exercise. A lot of times they have classes they conduct, they have great equipment, and so it's a great way for the community to share important exercise options and be able to be healthier.
I'm Dr. Sherry Gaither. I'm co-pastor of Stronghold Christian Church, and I am passionate about fitness, passionate about health, passionate about people living their best life. We have been in a shared agreement with the DeKalb County Board of Health for about 4 years.
I did not like it at first because I was sore, but then after a while, it got easier. I used to wake up and I'd be like, man, I should see the progress. And so once I started seeing it, it kept coming. I loved it. Felt better, period.
My passion is to allow them to see that number one, fitness is enjoyable. Fitness will help people at every age and stage to live their best life.
thing I've learned in this position is that everyone is a potential partner. Everybody has ownership of the health of the community. It's not just the job of a physician or a nurse or even the health department.
You can do it by yourself, but when you have a partner to do it with you, you can have a wider footprint to have impact.
We're working as a team to help people become healthy.